I have another great treat for you tonight. So we're going to do a first time ever on Coffee with Chief. We're going to do a martial arts couple, right? And so this guy is the guy I really enjoy watching. I won't spoil it because I got a lot of videos and I got a lot of some pics and I got a lot of questions for this man. But I think he's a phenomenal martial artist. He brought his phenomenal martial artist wife with him, and I just want to say welcome to Guru Billy Brown and Miss Britt Brown. Uh, Thank you very much for having taking the time and having some coffee with me.
Awesome, for sure.
Ah, I love it. I love it. So, man, I gotta tell you, I've been watching you since I got back on Facebook. And my Facebook profile is not very old. It's like less than 10 years, right? Uh, uh, but I've been watching you since we became friends on Facebook and your videos and your posts. Man, I really dig what you're doing and love how you move, love what you teach. But I'm so excited about this. There's a lot of interviews I've done and you know, and this is one of the ones I'm really excited about as well. Because I think you're very talented, and later on we're gonna see how Mrs. Brown is very talented as well.
She is. She is. Well,
So
thank you, sir. We're honored to be here, and
yeah.
I agree. I feel the same way about you. You're
Oh,
an amazing artist. So thank you.
thank,
Yep. Sure.
thank you. So let's start off by letting the audience know, and this is your part, right? Who you are, what you train in, how long you've been training, where did you grow up, where did you and Britt meet, all that stuff. So
That's a
the
fun
floor
story.
is yours. The
Yeah.
floor is yours.
Okay. Well, my name is Billy Brown. We are located in Orlando, Florida now. Loving it. It's been a lifelong dream for us since we've been together, at least, which has been 10 years now. This is
Wow.
Brittany, my wife. Yeah. She's also a associate instructor under me, second degree black belt. If you put
Nice.
level 7, yeah, second degree black belt. So
Uh-huh.
amazing martial artist. She was also a world class swimmer growing up. So she was very, she didn't know if she would like the martial arts, but she immediately just in natural ability. So yeah, I don't brag on her enough there, but for sure.
Uh-huh.
So we moved from Tennessee recently. It's been a year ago. Obviously,
Uh-huh.
we didn't know that COVID was going to sideline our plans, so to speak.
Yes,
So
sir.
we moved here. We had a school set up. We had a house already picked out and aligned. And when we got here, they both backed out because COVID hit. So, but now I'm glad to say that we have a great location, great academy here in Orlando, and we're starting to finally teach again full time. So
It's awesome. That's awesome. Wow.
we feel
Now
very
you
blessed.
you do not just in-house teaching, but you have what I think is very cool. You have online videos where you don't have to buy DVDs
Yes.
and VHS for some of us that are old enough to know what
Yeah.
VHS is.
Yes. She
But
always
you
makes fun
have
of me. She makes fun of me. I'll teach a seminar and I go, look, guys, I know that I'm going quick with a technique, whatever it is. I said, but all you got to do is rewind it and review it because we're filming it. And she'll go, nobody's rewinding stuff anymore.
that is so true.
Yeah. She goes, don't say rewind. She'll get on me.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, I watch your videos on YouTube and Facebook. I rewind your stuff. All right. You're too fast. You are amazing. You're too fast. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see that. How high did he get up there? So I rewind, and take a look again. So
Yeah.
wow.
So,
So
yeah, Progressive Productions was an accident, really, because I started that 6 years ago, 2014, and
uh-huh.
it was just intended for my students. I was going to make little videos that they could purchase at a very low rate because they were already students, just to help them with their curriculum. And somehow it turned into a worldwide, global, and some of these videos took me 8, 9, 10 months to finish. People don't know that. people message and go, when's the video coming out? Shit. Are we still there? Oh, there we are.
So if you take a look on the screen, I'm sharing, this is your Progressive Productions, your videos, you know, you got your dirty boxing, your tar tactics. I mean, I've been perusing this, and you know what? I told you there was going to be one thing I'm going to ask you about here.
Okay.
And this is something I'm going to wait for, and I'm going to look forward to. The Jeet Kune Do training methods that's coming out. I can't wait to subscribe to that and watch it. You know, you're talking about Bijong, you're talking about explosive dynamic footwork, you're talking your deceptive kicking techniques, the 5 attacks, all this stuff. Like you know, I'm like, wow, I want to see more of that. You know, and I can't wait.
Hopefully by the end of the year. We started on it, but then we moved to Florida. So, and then COVID sidelined everything. So I need to do that one completely right. I don't need to rush that one because that one's going to be under a lot of eyes will be looking at that one. So it needs to be perfect. So I don't want to rush it. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm intrigued and I'm waiting for this. So as soon as it hits, man, let me know, because I want for sure. I want in on it. I want in on it for sure. And you do a lot of other videos here. You have your fight stoppers. You have your Maglahok Kali. Yep. Love it. You got, you know, you go into your paracord sarong in there, your dumog, your panantukan. You even throw silat in there, you know. I do. Yeah. And I tell you what, your prices are all right. Business, your prices are too low, man.
Yeah, well, she gets on me all the time, but when I conceived the concept, I wanted to take away from mailing costs, so that I don't need to charge them to mail it or shipping. I mean, because like in Australia, I have lots of people there. In the UK, I'm big there, so it would cost them like $60. Or something to mail it there almost, you know, some outrageous number. So I wanted it all online, and I wanted it affordable. And I've heard from many people, and I want it affordable where anybody can get it. Yeah, I really do. And it's been a blessing.
I appreciate that. You know what? You're just getting your art out there. I love it. You know,
that's it.
Sometimes, you know, I tell this to people sometimes a lot, and a lot of martial artists don't do business for business. We do it because of the passion, the material, the thing that sets our soul on fire, you know, and we want to get it out there. You know, it's like, here, just take it already, you know, just here, look at it.
Go ahead.
If we didn't have bills to pay for our family,
we did free.
He would do it for free, but I have to tell him, okay, look, we do have bills. Yeah. So you can't just give it away for free.
I mean, you don't know how many years of classes I've given away, and I want it out there because it helps people. And again, if I didn't have to live, I mean, if it wasn't for Progressive Productions, the video sales, we would have been living under a bridge the last year. Literally. Thank God that there are people around the world that enjoy my work. I mean, I'm so grateful for that. But as far as the teaching goes, yeah, man, I want to, as long as my quality standards stay high, like I keep them, I'm okay charging what I charge, but I also don't want to make it where it's unreachable for some people. You know,
no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know, because, you know, most martial arts practitioners are just like, you know, college students. You know, they don't have a whole lot of money. You know, they go from job to job to job, but this is their passion. This is what they crave, you know, and not everyone is like you said, is well off to be able to afford these things, you know. So no, I appreciate it. You know, there should be more martial artists like you, man, that are willing to share their knowledge, you know, in a reachable manner. So no, I appreciate that. That's awesome. And you know what? Your skills are phenomenal. So I'd gladly pay at least double what you're asking right now. and with that, you know what I'm going to do, man? Cause I love helping my fellow martial artists. I like to collaborate, you know, and I it doesn't matter who, what, where, you know. let's set up some Zoom sessions, man. I can get my students, and I want to see your stuff. I'm greedy.
I would love to. I know. That's awesome. Me too. I love. One of the always the student, always wanting to learn something new. And I think a lot of guys that's been in it as long as we have been in it. I mean, I know that if you count my childhood years, I've been in it going on 36 years now. So it gets to the point sometimes where we, especially if you're an instructor, because you get so caught up in teaching that you neglect your own growth.
Yes.
And sometimes you get a stalemate in your own growth, be it physical, mental, spiritual, whatever. Yeah.
Right. I tell everyone that I don't have students. I have training partners, to keep me humble.
Completely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I run a school, but I don't have students. I have a lot of training partners, a lot of people that train with me, so
Yes.
I love just training and just keeping my mouth shut and just put in my hours.
Yes.
And I like all of martial arts. I mean, I really do. I'm a geek when it comes down to martial arts. So
me too. I tell people that I probably shouldn't use this term because it has a negative annotation sometimes, but I tell people I'm a martial arts addict. That was my drug of choice growing up.
Absolutely.
Away from everything else, but at 4 o'clock when I got off of school, drop me off at the martial arts school and leave me alone, Mom. Come pick me up in 5 hours. That was me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, me growing up in Hawaii, I was very small. A smallish Filipino amongst big Hawaiians and Samoans and other folks, right? So we were really poor. I mean, I don't exaggerate when I said that I didn't have money for buses and I walked to school in my slippers because I had nothing, so all my friends would go to karate school or judo school. And of course I had nothing else to do. So I would walk with them and I would sit outside and watch these guys go through their class, And so, man, I've always watched, I wish I can afford this. I wish I can do this, but luckily one of the instructors one of the days said, "Hey, you want to come hold pads for these kids?" I said, "Absolutely." And then it started from there, where I would clean the place. They would let me hold the pads, so it was kind of cool. But
awesome. Now, what year, when did you move to the state, or when did you move from Hawaii to Chicago?
So 1980, I'd say 82. 1982, I moved to Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
I know, right? I showed up in slippers.
Is it snowing where you're at right now?
Well, right now we're expecting a winter storm.
Wow.
About 8 inches of snow is coming our way.
That's why we moved to Florida. We got away from that cold.
Man, and speaking of Tennessee, I used to go to Tennessee and hunt there all the time. I'm a big hunter, so I used to go to Tennessee, out by Crossville area. There's a couple of hunting.
You bow hunt, obviously.
Bow hunt. That's all I use is bow hunt.
That's all I did. Also, I haven't hunted in probably 20 years, but when I did, I did a lot of bow hunting.
Oh well, man,
we gotta go out. Successful then. I would be more now, but I wasn't very successful then. But I did do it a lot.
Right. Well, one of these days I got to come down to Florida and hunt.
Oh, dude,
let's go hunt.
Let's do it. Yeah, for sure.
So
sorry to over talk you were in Tennessee. You said my instructor, my first Filipino martial arts instructor, the guy who introduced me to FMA. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am today. He trained and even I think lived with Leo Gaye when Leo was in Nashville. You know?
Oh yeah. Who is that guy?
You know that? Yeah, Ron Goen. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. But
I heard of Ron. I heard of Ron.
That's my first instructor. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be a traditional Taekwondo guy. Yeah.
Right. Oh man, I love FMA, but I love all martial arts.
Me too. Including Taekwondo, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Check it out, man.
Well, you got a great setup here, how you can do all this. And
I love your videos.
thank you. That's a good song, ain't it?
Wow.
Look at me, no beard. No beard. I prefer the beard.
Woo. Nice. Your kicks are awesome, man.
Thank
Look
you.
at that. That spinning hook kick. It's just awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of known for that. And people don't understand that I only got one good leg. Yeah, people don't know. I had a broken ankle and shin bone that time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Baby face.
This is a great video, man. It showcases all of your talent and skills. I mean,
And the music rocks. That's John Wick music.
this is you must have at least 1,000 views from me watching it. This is my favorite flow. I love this flow right here.
Yeah, that flow gets a lot of attention online. And I was just messing around a little bit. I wish I would have went a little longer.
Well, to be honest, all your flows are pretty darn good.
Oh, thank you, sir.
There's yet another good one right here. Very smooth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we'll save that one for later. we actually have a clip of your bottle cap challenge.
Oh yeah.
The best one ever in the world. I'm telling you. I tell all my friends, you guys want to see a really good, bottle cap challenge? Check this out. And I usually show your video. So, and these guys love it.
Yeah, you know what's funny? That's one of the rare times where I hit it. What, first time?
Yeah.
First time, and then couldn't hit the next three. I didn't. So I said, let's keep that one.
He always tries to make things better. So he hit the first one like right off the bat.
Perfect.
Thank goodness we had it on film. And so he hit it and he tried to do it again to make it better. And we were like, well, I'm glad we filmed that part because you actually hit it first try.
Same thing too. I have one online. I'm gonna send it to you later. It's old. It's a little older, probably 7 years old. I throw an aspirin up in the air and I jump spin heel kick the aspirin. Same thing. I hit it first try. I tried again 20 times. Missed it.
Couldn't do it. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. It's amazing. So you teach Jeet Kune Do, right? You teach Kali. I believe you've kind of created your mixed striking program as well, right?
Correct.
You do what you call MMA STS.
Yes. Yeah. Striking takedown submissions.
That's phenomenal. I mean, and you kind of mix in Shuto with some jiu-jitsu, some boxing, some Muay Thai, you know,
Kick
and
wrestling's
some
in there,
judo.
judo. I've been training judo since '92, so I have a strong judo background, so it's in there. Yeah.
That's awesome. By the way, that school that I used to follow my friends to was a judo school.
Oh yeah. Have you ever trained judo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Just a little bit. So you do that, and you guys also have kids program.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's. Let me tell you. I will never not teach kids. I know some instructors get to the point where they just want to work with adults because the kids keep me grounded. They keep me honest. They keep me accountable. Sometimes I get in the mood, especially when I'm teaching like a combatives group, when we're talking about fight stoppers or something. I have to switch who I am a little bit to do that because it's dark and it's violent and it's chaos. So the kids let me go back to being the human that I need to be. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
I
absolutely.
love teaching kids. Love to. Yeah.
Man, how do you do that? How do you turn it on? How do you turn it off?
That was the biggest thing for me because Uncle Vu, Paul Vunak, always used to say, you have to develop your killer instinct where you can rip it to the highest level and then also turn around and pick up your kid and rip it back to the lowest level so you can, get her to safety, So years of seeing violence and being a part of violence like I was, 20 good years of it. I didn't know that at first. I didn't understand how to do that at first. So I got very angry and very dark because every night I had to go fight. So I just kind of lived with that. Well, I had to force myself to practice. If I have to go violent with someone, I have to also learn to turn that thing completely off when that job is done. You don't bring your work home, I tell people.
Right. Wow, that's crazy. I have a kids program with my stick fighting Olympiads where we do stick fighting tournaments, and a lot of our big draws are kids. They love hitting each other with sticks. So
my kids love it. Kids, do you? Yeah. I know you got padded. Do you have padded?
Yep, I have padded sticks that we use. Absolutely.
We give our kids padded sticks. They love it. They love it. But let me tell you something. The Filipino martial arts will enhance a child's fundamental attributes that they need, and it will enhance it quicker than a child without it. Bottom line.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The mentality to teaching kids versus adults, as you said, you got to learn to turn that switch. In Pikiti, as you know, I don't know if you know Grant Tuhan, but he's very intense. Yeah. And when it comes down to training Pikiti, it's a kill mentality, and it's tough when you switch it and you got to tell these kids like, swinging a stick, a padded sticks, we use little dowels as a pseudo knife, training tool. So
yeah, I agree. You have to, if you're a good instructor and you're going to do both adults and kids, you have to understand. This is what I tell people. I teach the same material to kids as I teach to adults. I just deliver it in a different manner.
Oh, absolutely.
In a different energy. Because children feel energy more than we do. And the energy is transferable, which means that the kind of mood we're in by just talking to a person. Or have you ever been on a phone with a person like 600 miles away and you're chatting, and finally you go, hey, what's wrong with you? And then that person starts crying and telling you about their horrible something that happened. How did you know that? Because energy is transferable. So the way we deliver the material to the children, we have to deliver it with a different energy than the way we deliver it to the adults.
Oh man, that's phenomenal. I'm going to use that, in my lessons, man. I'm going to use that. And I also find it, sometimes very difficult to talk martial arts with parents that are watching the children. How do you do it?
Yeah. Well, how do we do it? It's our job mostly. But when the parents come to like I was telling earlier, energy is transferable. When the parents come to my academy, they can usually sense right away what kind of instructor I'm going to be by my very first class. They can sense right away. And I've learned to, and maybe I'm still in process of working to make it better always, but I've learned to tailor make my teaching process per student. I can have a room full of 15 people, and each one of those 15 have a different personality, a different
For sure.
personality trait or traits. They're more some's athletic, some's not. So you have to make the same lesson fit in different cups. Does that make sense?
Oh, that totally makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time to become a good instructor. You have to really, and let me tell you, I've known lots of talented martial artists that are horrible instructors. Okay? Because they don't understand how to make it fit in the different cups. They try to make it fit in the cup they have. Does that make sense?
Oh, man, makes total sense, man. You know, just like you, man, for a while there, I had one mode, and that was to, for lack of a better term, to kill.
No, that's it.
Yeah, you know, so
Guro Dan Asano changed all that for me. When I first trained with him in 2001, 2002, I already had a very strong PFS background. Sifu Paul. I already was a club doorman for 4 or 5 years. So in New Orleans, Louisiana, and surrounding areas of Louisiana.
Wow.
So I'd already seen a lot of violence. Badass personality. Excuse my language. Badass personality. So then I saw Guro Dan making it beautiful. So later on, after I put in 10, 15, 20 years of seeing violence, some years every night, I needed that beauty so bad.
Yeah.
Because I'd only seen the ugly side of it.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, so now I try to teach my students the beauty of the martial arts with the reality of the martial arts too. And you got to try to blend those in a way that doesn't run a student off or make them think the wrong thing. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Oh, it makes sense, man. You know, when I had a couple of sessions with not only Grant Tuan on my one side, and I had Guro Dan on the other side, right? And I don't know if you've seen the pictures I post about both of them were having dinner, having lunch, and the conversations from the both sides is completely different. You know, you have and you know, Guro Dan's mild mannered, soft spoken, you know, and the nicest man you'll ever meet, you know. And then you have Grant Tuan here, who's always on and intense, you know. He's and he's talking about kill even when we're eating dinner, right? So
and I've never met him personally, but I know a lot. Like I said, my instructor was very close to him in the 80s. So I've heard so many stories, you know, and I know, so, you know, and Piccadilly Church is kind of my beginning roots. So I feel connected. I hope to meet him. But it's so funny when you talk to Guro Dan about Greg Tuan Leo, Guro always calls him his instructor, whereas Leo calls Dan his training partner.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
That's where I got it from, you know. Grant Tuan always says, you know, it's training partners, you know.
Training partner.
Yeah. No, those two, the dynamics. And I was there in Vegas a couple of years ago, or was it last year? I don't know. I lost time here. But the martial arts super show where they presented them with the Lifetime Achievement Award together, you know. And I was sitting I was sitting there and watching Grant Tuan, and he was nervous. I was watching Guro Dan, who's like, you know, really is so calm and so relaxed. You know, he's uncomfortable being in front of the stage and all that, you know. So but you know, watching them, and we had the seminar prior to, and you have Guro Dan on one side and you had Grant Tuan on the other side. And then you switch, you know, the students switch, and then you train with Guro Dan, and then some of the other guys who train with Grant Tuan. And I don't know if you saw the video, but Grand Tuan likes
I
to
did see
toss me
some.
around,
Yeah, yes.
and
How is
Guru
he?
Dan, what's that?
Good. Is Greg Tuan good? Is he doing okay? How
Oh
is he?
yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, he's in the Philippines, relaxing. He's still teaching there, but
Good.
with COVID and everything, everything's shut down and nothing's open. But he's doing great. He's pretty healthy.
Good.
For being 83, he's pretty healthy.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's Guru's age, or Guru Dan may be
So
84 now.
Guru Dan is probably less than a year older than him.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, good times with Guru Dan and Grant
That's
Tuhan.
awesome.
When they're together, it's phenomenal. There's
Yeah.
nothing like it, and I love that moment of my life. So, but I'm looking at your website, man, and you've been with Guru Dan, Eric Paulson, Brad Whitlow, Ron Goyen. I mean, all these big names that you've been. Grandmaster He Il Cho. Yeah, you have Guru
He's in Hawaii.
Hakam.
Grandmaster Cho's in Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, all right. So, guys, go to his website, and you know what? I'm gonna share the website so you guys can see it.
Oh, thank you.
That way, you guys know where to look for his information. Here it is.
Outstanding.
I got to hit the share button. There you go. There it is right there. So this is their website, right? You can actually get a link from his Facebook page at Billy Brown Facebook. There's a link in YouTube if you guys check out his videos on YouTube. And all you guys got to do is Google, Guro Billy Brown, and all the videos pop up. So lots of information out there, but this right here, it tells you all about Guro Brown and where he's been. He's been training since he's age 3. My golly, my God, that's phenomenal. I mean,
all I've ever known. No.
Geez. I mean, over 30 some odd years of training in martial arts. Your videos show how skilled you are. There's information here about him, what they teach. If you look at the screen, it tells you their curriculum right here. So their ACT program, his Kali Jeet Kune Do, his hybrid striking program, his MMA STS. So this is some great stuff, guys. You guys got to check out his website. Lots of great information. There's even testimonials there, and everybody. Oh my God, it just pretty cool website. Pretty cool website right here. So, all right, let's get to some real questions here.
Okay. Let's do it.
How do you make it work? How you guys are obviously what we call a martial arts couple.
Yes.
How do you make it work? Because probably you guys are together quite a bit during the day.
Oh, every second, just about.
Yeah. So you guys are running a school. You guys are training together. You guys, are always, somehow one way or another connected. How do you do it? How do you keep it sane? And how do you guys make it work?
Let me start out by saying it wouldn't work if not for her. Many years ago, I got so fed up with doing anything other than teaching that my business started to see that. Does that make sense? And she is relentless in building the business and in staying in contact with our students and colleagues and friends. I mean, she's nonstop. I mean, I really couldn't do it without her because unfortunately, I can't make a living just teaching for free. Unfortunately. So yeah, so that's it. So at this point, she's been at this for almost 10 years. I just threw her into this lifestyle, and and she over the years she's gotten better and better and better, and she chose to accept this lifestyle. She became an amazing martial artist herself. Definitely, I can say that there's probably only 1 or 2 times where I wish that I wouldn't have gave someone a black belt in my whole career, and I've probably made belts. But she earned it probably more than some of the, probably just as much as anyone. She earned it. I mean, she's worked so hard. So that part is there. But as far as her, she runs the business. She runs the business. You know, she tells me what to do, when to be there, how long to teach, what to teach, and I say yes, ma'am.
Well, that was my question for her. Is that Miss Britt? How do you keep him in check? Well, how do you do it? What's your tactic?
Oh gosh. Well, I don't know that he's in check. He definitely is a handful. I love him to death, though. No, in all seriousness, I couldn't ask for someone better. He makes my job easy. He listens, and again, like you said, I tell him, you know, where to be, when to be there, what to do. You know, and he goes along with that. He doesn't, you know, ask too many questions.
I don't even question anymore. I used to go, are you sure this is what you want to do? She's like, trust me, it's going to work this way. I'm like, okay, you want to do this class and this class so close together. Trust me, this is best for you. I mean, that's just the way, yeah.
And to be honest, him talking with you the entire time, like to set this up, to actually get it done, the only thing he asked me was, what day do I tell him? And I was like, okay.
He usually does all that.
I said, do you want me to reach out to him and talk to him and get the details? And he goes, no, I got it. Yeah. Which sometimes scares me. But it's okay, it worked out.
This was, you were simple to work with.
So, you know, first off, kudos to both of you guys for being able to put it together. The only thing I did was say the date and time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, I couldn't ask for a better person to do it with. He makes my job easy, and that's the best thing with it. So, you know, my life is pretty simple. You know, I do have people that I reach out to daily. I'm in contact with a lot of people.
All day long. She's on the phone constantly. Yeah.
You know,
and let me say this too, especially during this last year, 2020, she stayed on the phone because you got to understand, the only way we survived was through video sales. So right. She was on the phone with all these thousands of people I don't know if they're thousands yet, but all these many people, they're thousands around the globe that have bought videos before. She was on the phone looking over and selling videos because that's the only way we lived. I mean, right. And I will say that last month we made, and I'm going to just say the number too because I'm proud of it. We made $4,500 just on video sales.
Wow,
you know? Amazing. And that's our highest month ever. And thank God because we haven't worked in a year.
Amazing,
almost,
amazing.
So
that's amazing.
And I will say, like, the only part of my job that like technically gets to me, we're world known. So that means that people are buying videos at 2 a.m., at 4 a.m., at 1 p.m., like all around the world. People are, you know, I have to make sure that I don't miss a sale.
So she'll wake up at 3 a.m. and do a sale, you know?
He'll roll over and look at me and he's like, is everything okay? I'm like, yep, you sold a video. Sorry, dealing with it.
Yeah.
So sleep deprivation is probably the only thing that I would complain about. Yeah. But you know, I can't really complain because it feeds us and it puts a roof over our heads. So you know, we're obviously very grateful for everyone who's purchased videos. So thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Who have bought videos.
For sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, you are good. I'm not gonna call you at 3 a.m. to make a video sale, but I'll be purchasing a few videos from you guys. That's for sure.
Sure.
You know, because I'm really intrigued. I want to see more. I want to, you know, if I'm down in Florida, you know, I have an uncle that lives in Orlando, so
that's where we're at. Yeah.
Nice.
Please let me know.
If I'm down there, I will give
a holler. What part of Chicago
are
you? What part of Chicago are you in?
So I'm in the north side of Chicago, out in the suburbs, you know, right by the border between Illinois and Wisconsin. So
gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm in the coldest part of Chicago.
Yes, you are.
But yeah, man, I would love to train with you and just, you know,
same.
hang out. And you guys are phenomenal people. But I'm gonna do a little tribute here. All right. So and I'm gonna share a screen again, and I'm not gonna like preface it or anything like that. I'm just gonna play it because I think she deserves the time.
She does.
We're
getting newer footage too. Yeah. She's worked hard. She has worked hard.
I watched this a lot. This is a pretty good video too, man.
Awesome.
all your videos, the music is just awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a big music guy, so I wanted my videos, the music to hook people in. Yeah. Yeah. Look at you.
Deadly.
She's knocked somebody out with that elbow before.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Pretty good flow there.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this wasn't that long ago, that one. Grandmaster Brad Whitlow sitting in the corner.
Yeah, I see him. Little Hubot flow with a knife.
Yeah.
Very cool. This is a really very cool video.
Thank you. Yeah. That's our friend. She's a musician in Nashville. Alexis Taylor.
Very nice.
Candy cane. Spot a candy cane.
Wow. Woo.
Yeah.
I love that picture right there.
Awesome picture.
Guys, that was a phenomenal video,
Awesome.
man.
Thank
I watched it over and over. When I set you up for the interview, I looked for videos and I said, man, I wonder if we can get Mrs. Billy Brown here. And then, you know, when you said, yeah, she'll be here, I'm like, I got to find videos of her, you know?
Yeah, you did such a good job with the way you do that. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you. No, you know, you learn, you know, you just learn, you know, you get thrown in there and you just figure things out. Every once in a while, somebody tells me that, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. So, you know, I try it out. You know, it doesn't matter if I make a mistake because, you know, I learn after I make a mistake and I don't do it anymore, you know. So seriously, I can't get enough of all your videos. All your videos, your music, your clips you put together is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. I could sit here all night long and just watch all your videos.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but let
me say something else about the videos too. At a very early age in my career, even in my 20s, I would videotape everything. And I wanted to honestly put it out there for people. And because most instructors, that's their number one issue. They do not put themselves out there enough. And I don't know if it's because of fear of rejection. Fear of rejection drives me a little bit. I mean, and you know what? It doesn't happen much anymore. But whenever I get some kind of criticism that is actually valid or humble criticism, I'll take that into conjecture for sure. But instructors don't put themselves out enough. And it's so sad because they have some of these guys have so much to offer, but they're scared to show the world. So I want it everywhere. I put it out there and let the people have it. Yeah.
And you know what, man? I say this again, but all your videos are on point, man. On point. I mean, there's this. This is this right here. Putting yourself out there. This right here, my friend. There's no one that can criticize you whatsoever because this video tells people that, hey, this guy's talented. This guy's got skill.
Well, I saw people doing this, and it was like, I've been doing this for years. The people I grew up with, we were doing this in the 90s. Yeah, but everybody saw that first one, you know.
Yeah, and you can't fake this stuff, right? So, I mean, this is right here, off the cuff. You find out what a cap is.
First try, too, boy.
And you know what? This is the one that caught me. I was like, whoa, that's better than anything I've seen. And look, I mean, this guy just, without even preparation, you just go into it, and you know your kick, and you know your kicks are phenomenal. So
yeah, I just did it. Yeah,
and you're like, you know, I mean,
I felt it too. I knew I nailed it, and I'm like, yeah. You see me grin a little bit.
Yeah, I see it. But you know what? There's no doubting this right here. You know, you just watch it, see it, and you're like, yeah, this guy's good. You know. So no, I love it, man. A lot of people, you know, have done this, but then you come back with this, and you're like, what?
But then did you see all the cooler ones I had after that?
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it, man. We're gonna watch a few. We're gonna watch a few here. Boom. I mean, seriously, there's so many that all right, here we go. We're gonna see a few more. Here's the cooler ones, right?
Cooler ones. Kicking the habit. Yeah. My instructor started that. Kicking the habit, they called it. Grandmaster Brad Whitlow, Grandmaster Bob Harding. They used to just get people out of the stands and put a cigarette in their mouth and just
yeah.
But then I'm probably the first one to do it blindfolded that I've seen. Yeah.
This is impressive right here. Boom. Spin.
Yeah. It took like 4 tries because he kept moving when I kicked him with the round kick.
Oh, yeah. I see it. And then this right here.
Yeah, too.
The double.
Yeah, that was the first time ever doing that. First time.
Do you see Britt just smile afterwards? She's like, yeah, that's my man. That's my man.
Convincing too, though.
It took,
like he looked at me because I've seen him do it with Jay, and I've always been the one behind the camera. He goes, "Let's try 2," and I was like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Yeah.
So he finally got me, and I was like, "All right, cool, you hit it." I have no doubt. I've never had doubt. That's one thing.
I tell you, I mean, talking about putting yourself out there, Guru, there's nothing that says any more about your skill than your videos.
That's
and
it.
All you do.
You know, I still got this one hater that every video, whoever this person is, will, before they even watch it, they'll click the thumbs down. It could have 150 thumbs up. He'll click the thumbs down every video. I love it. It's lovely. I was young there, boy. That's 12 years ago.
Yeah, man. So you've been doing, I mean, again, your videos tell the story, you know?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know, 12 years ago, you were doing, and you were you were doing great stuff then. You're doing good stuff now. I mean, consistency. You're always putting out great product, you know? So
I taught, I started training Filipino martial arts in 94.
Wow.
And you know, it wasn't as popular back then, the Filipino martial arts. You didn't really have a lot of guys advertising it, you know. This is an old video. Yeah.
I love it. I love the old videos, man.
Yeah.
Love the old videos. I love the old videos because the old videos, you know,
shows you your
history, shows you your skill back then, you know. shows you skill. Now it just, man, I could do an entire series if we just sit down and watch your video all day long, you know. So it's wonderful to see martial artists that put themselves out there,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and really, you know, because that's how you share your knowledge, you
That's
know.
it.
That's how you throw, you know, your reputation out there, you show your skills, you know, and they're gonna judge you no matter what,
No
you
matter
know,
what.
whether they see you or not, you know. But by gosh, you tell them to shut up by showing them, you know, your
You just
stuff.
show- Sometimes I want to comment, like when people say some stupid stuff, I want to comment, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do, and that's gonna shut them up, and it has shut them up for the most part.
Yeah, no, it's great, man. I mean, there's no denying it. Here it is, you know. You like it, you don't, whatever, you know. But I'm gonna keep doing it. This is my passion. This is what I do. So, you know, but I want to see, maybe you're up for it, because you know you let Britt stand up there with a cigarette in her mouth. I want to see it reversed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I want to see her kick a cigarette out of your mouth.
I'd prefer this cat to try to do that. No, she's got good kicks. She's got great kicks.
He thinks he's funny.
She's got great kicks.
But you know what?
Her elbow, she's got an elbow. Man, yeah, she's not. A guy grabbed her one time in a nightclub. I was working. So I was working. She used to come in and wait for me to get off. You know, that's how we met. I carded her and put a band on her wrist. That's how we met 10 years ago. Almost. Yeah.
I see.
So, but one night, and whenever I got to the point, because I believed in her ability, I got to the point where I would let her handle her problems first before I jumped in. And this one guy kept grabbing her in her behind 3 times.
Yeah.
And she turns around and just knocks him out, and my boys carry him out.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so it feels good to know she can defend herself.
Absolutely. We gotta do a few projects together, my friend.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's set it up.